Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Vincent Tristan, and I am doing this recording. Hopefully, you guys will be able to see it. I tried so many times to adjust it, but the sunlight coming from my window, this is the best that I can do. Um, so hopefully, everyone in my class can see the video without any problems and able to adjust the comments and so I apologize for everything. Today I'm doing an empathy session. um, I am actually using my niece that volunteered to help me. I was finding a hard time for people to volunteer to do this, so we're going to talk about bullying, and we're going to use self-disclosure and empathy through this, and hopefully you guys can follow, and hopefully I do a good job doing it. So I'm going to start now. This is my niece Adriana,
Hi.
and we're going to just start the session, just a basic session, so hopefully everything works out. So, okay. Uh, Good afternoon, Adriana. How are you today?
Good. How about
Good.
you?
I'm doing okay.
That's good.
I hear that you're here because you were concerned with bullying with some classmates. You were also concerned of some bullying with a friend of yours, and kind of wanted to talk about that. I was told by your school counselor. So, um, tell me, what have you been seeing these last couple days in school and through your friends' eyes? What's been going on?
Well, in school, a lot of people bully each other in class, and we just didn't talk about it in class, and the teachers try to stop it, but they just keep on continuing about the bullying and stuff. And my friend, she gets bullied sometimes in class.
Like, what do they say to her?
They say that she doesn't listen in class, that she's dumb, and that you know that she's a little bit overweight.
Should
and
talk
stuff.
about her body and things like that, like body shaming. Does she obviously she's complained to you? Does she ever complain to the teachers or staff or anything? Or she's scared?
She sometimes she talks about going in guidance, but she doesn't really. She talks to me about it more.
Uh-huh. So she's scared of what the outcome's gonna be. Does she ever try to talk to the kids, like tell them to leave me alone, stop it, but they just
No,
continue on?
she keeps to herself. She acts like she doesn't hear it, but at the end of the day, she does hear it.
So what does she tell you about, like, it really hurts her about her weight, like she feels like very self-conscious and she doesn't feel like she's pretty? Does she say things like that to you sometimes, or
She
feel
doesn't.
like
She doesn't really say that. She just says that she just wants it to stop. And
just wants it to stop? So she doesn't really know what to do anymore.
yeah,
um are you a little nervous for her? Like, does she show like she's like very scared now? And
yeah. She doesn't know what they're gonna do next, and it happens like mostly every single day in class and stuff. And
does she ever talk about like wanting to hurt herself or anything like that, or
no, she
No.
doesn't. She doesn't talk. She doesn't talk like that.
that? But you're her only outlook of
Yeah.
trying to get something done. Okay. Does she ever ask you, can I like to step in for her or other friends, or this doesn't happen like when you guys are around, and happens like
It
at a certain
doesn't.
time in school?
It only happened twice when I was around and was going to say something, but she told me not to.
Uh-huh.
And I just I listen to what she says, and I ignore it for her. But
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I don't really say anything because she doesn't want me to.
How do you know how long this has been going on? It's been going on for a long time, or just recently, or since the beginning of the school year?
Well, it happened last year too,
Okay.
and I don't know about 6th grade because I didn't know her then, but
Mm-hmm.
I know in 7th grade it started, and then 8th grade it started, and then now it's still going on.
Does she ever say that, like, she has a hard time losing weight from all this, or does it make her depressed that she wants to eat more, or just it doesn't really
it doesn't.
really bothers.
It
She
kind of
shuts down.
bothers her sometimes, but then if it really does, she just stops talking and just keeps to herself and stuff. She doesn't talk.
Okay. So, like, what do you think? What do you think? How you would be able to help that? Does that happen to you sometimes, or you've never been?
No, I don't. I don't get bullied like that.
No. Do you feel that maybe her parents should help out more, or does her mom, or she doesn't really talk to her mother a lot?
She doesn't talk to her mom like that, or her dad. Her dad's not really around her. Her dad's usually working, and then he comes home late, and then her mom likes to drink a lot, and she doesn't really help
So
with the children.
you're her only outlook of
Yeah.
like doing things. Have you talked to the teachers about what's been going on, or?
No, she doesn't want me to tell anyone. She doesn't want me to help the
She
situation.
doesn't want you to help the situation. Okay. So hopefully now from here, we can maybe sit down and talk to her and give her some outlooks and some points of view of how we're going to deal with it. Being more self-conscious of herself. But it seems like she doesn't really, she just continues every day. She doesn't really try not to get to it.
Yeah.
So if that happened to you, you feel like you'd be able to talk to your mom or family members?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know bullying is a really big problem right now, so it's definitely not easy for people to understand. So what do you think are like a couple signs of bullying besides being yelled at or being teased? Do you think it's because of the way you look, your color of your skin? Do you think things like that?
It can be for anything.
For anything?
Any little thing that they see, they can
Yeah.
just pull you off. And it doesn't have to necessarily be in school. It can be in on our phones. It mostly happens on our phones. But I know that she doesn't really like get bullied on her phone. It's mostly just in school.
So do you avoid like websites, or like how do you get bullied over the phone? Like through what? Like
You can go from social media, from Instagram to Snapchat to Facebook,
Snapchat.
anything like that. It can just happen, and then if somebody has your number, they can spread, and people you can just get text messages from people that you don't know.
So if that happened, what would you do? Would you respond back? Would you yell at them back, or would you just ignore it? Would you just cancel all those type of social media?
I would probably say something back in the beginning, and if they don't stop, then I'll probably just stop everything that I have.
See, that's the biggest thing. Social media. You can't kind of say fire with fire, and I don't. I can't relate to that because when I was younger, we didn't have social media. We didn't have those issues. It was mostly what you heard or what people would say. Have you ever had that happen to you? People on social media saying things about you or anything like that?
No, not really. I've seen it, but not personally.
How have people reacted when they've heard that? Do the parents get involved, or
Not
did
really.
people shut down their
No.
Twitter or Facebook? And no, they just keep on doing it.
They fight back with them.
They fight back.
And it just gets to a point that they just want to use their hands for their emotions.
Oh, so they want to fight back physically.
Yeah.
Okay. See, sometimes that's not the answer to fight back. The biggest thing that you have to do is just to continue to try to be yourself. It's not easy, and I know it's nowadays with social media, it's a big issue with body shaming and bullying and things of that nature. Do you have an outlook that if that happened, you'd be able to explain to people, this is what you do, don't do this, don't do that, things like that? Okay. Has that happened to your friend? Has she been, none of that has happened to her? Everything's just been...
It's just interrupt into school, not outside of school. Mostly just inside of school.
Well, I'm hopeful that your friend can continue to try to get some help, not to be afraid to talk. stuff that her family outlook is not really there for her, that support. But she uses you as a great friend. So just continue to be who you are. You have to, learn how to talk still, but don't go to violence, because that's not the answer. So just continue to talk with her, continue to, express that you're there for her as a friend. And but remember, when you go through this, what you need to you need to report it to the teacher, the counselor, your principal,
Yeah.
and that continues to do. So okay, well, hopefully everything went well in this session. Kind of a little nervous, so I don't know if I did it the right way or not. I did my best to let her speak, but also try to get some answers about the situation. I picked this topic because bullying is a big part right now in our culture, especially with the elections ending, and you have people on both sides pretty much bullying each other. I don't know where we go from here. But social media is a big key, and a lot of kids go through this. Suicidal rates in the last 5 years has gone up tremendously because of this, because some people will rather use their phones, their iPads, or their computers to hurt people. So the biggest empathy I have in all this is that I can't imagine being 13, 14, or 15 right now, having to deal with all these different types of emotions. Usually when I was in school, it was, if you heard something a friend of a friend told you, and you heard it from somebody else. Now you can hear it on an Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and it's kind of up to you what your body mindset is like, to ignore it or increase it, meaning give that person all the empathy in the world to attack you. So definitely empathy is big, especially when it comes to bullying and cyberbullying. So you have to have a strong mindset, and I'm hopeful that my niece doesn't encounter that, which she probably has, but it's not easy. Nowadays people, they really don't care who you are, what color skin you are, what ethnic background you are. It's all about that moment, that self-assurance of hurting someone. So hopefully no one has gone through this, but when I was younger, I did, so I know it's not easy. So I can relate to her friend. The biggest thing is being able to talk to somebody, and over time it does hurt you emotionally and mentally, but you have to show that you're strong and bigger than that, because eventually morality does win. But sometimes some people don't have that tough structure to say, okay, enough is enough. So hopefully, as days and weeks continue, checking in with my niece, and hopefully her friend is getting better, and the bullying stops. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video. Again, I apologize if you had a problem viewing it, understanding it. I did my best within the circumstances, and I look forward to hearing the feedback from my fellow peers in my class, and look forward again to another video in the near future. All right, thank you, everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.